tell you another incident about that airplane that I talked about. So as part of, I was in this operation, and we had not a big battle, but we had captured a couple people. It was actually back in Tuatar, I think, the place that I talked to you about. So the radio call said, bring a POW back. We've got an Air Force plane coming in, and we want you to take him over the battlefield, because he was a young officer. We want you to take him over the battlefield. We have these big, giant microphones, not microphones, but speakers on the side of this plane. And I think the plane was called an O2B. It was a prop in front, prop in back. The Air Force was the only one that had it. And then they had these big loudspeakers on the side. And what we were supposed to do was fly over the battlefield, and this guy would tell his comrades to surrender. And he said, the Americans, X number of us have surrendered, and they've given us food and medical care and all that kind of stuff. So we're flying around, and we're flying in a circle, so the loudspeakers go into the jungle. And I'm looking down at the jungle, and after about a half hour, I'm going, boy, I'm getting kind of queasy. And boy, I don't know. I feel like I'm going to throw up. And I turn around and I look, and in the back was the POW and our interpreter. And the POW had probably never even been in a wheeled vehicle, much less an airplane. And he was the color of that green jacket that little statue was wearing. So I tapped the pilot, and I went, like, look at this guy. And we both turned around, and just as we did, he looked at us and went, bleh, and threw up on both of us. So this is a true story. So I look at the pilot, he looks at me, and we throw up on each other. And the plane is in a bank. The wind and the puke is flying all over the inside of the plane. The windshield is totally covered, and I'm on the microphone saying, we're going down, we're going down. I have no idea where we are. We're going down, and I'm trying to wipe the puke off the thing, and I'm throwing up at the same time. It was like the worst nightmare ever. So, but the pilot, and I showed you his picture in there, one of the albums. So and we weren't that far above the jungles. So I said, they're going to send my remains back to my poor mother back in New York with puke all over, stinking like puke. I said, what a way to go. I mean, how, I couldn't think of a worse way to go. But anyway, he pulled it out, and we flew back to play coup. And I'm on the phone, the microphone, because he couldn't even talk. He was still throwing up, trying to keep control of the plane at the same time. And I said, we're coming in hot. And I said, I think we're going to make it, but I would suggest that we have emergency vehicles out. So the plane's coming in, one of these types of deals, and the fire trucks are racing alongside, and we touch down, and we're looking at each other, and we're still throwing up. But we have nothing left. So you see these firemen coming running over with these silver fire suits on, and as they get close, they're looking at it like, what the hell happened on the inside of the plane? So the first guy opens up the door, he throws up in his silver suit. And I fall out that door, and I'm like low crawling away, and I'm trying to pull the POW out with me. And and you see the guys see what's happening, the rescue guys, and they go, I don't think so. So we're lying there, and they come over with these high pressure fire hoses, and they're squirting us down. And they squirted down the inside of the airplane, totally ruined it. Totally, it's $100,000 worth of instruments and stuff. but nobody would go near it. Nobody would go near it to clean it out. So the last I saw it, which was a month later, it was still at the end of the airfield, you know, with flies all around it and all that shit. It was unbelievable. So that's a story I tell about my Vietnam experience that anyway, people like to hear.